Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris, the Newbie tutorial series for version 2.7.2 of the game. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 12. It is the year 2330. Here we are in our empire, the Nomad Empire. We're still at war with the machines appearing. You can always see when you're down involved in wars, there will be an icon down here, one for each war. They may trail across here if you're involved in more than one. We can see this and we can see what our current war exhaustion is like. When your war exhaustion gets maxed out, then a peace can be forced. But we're not really worried about that because this is the Synthoid Matrix, and we just want to basically exterminate them if we can. They're determined exterminators and we would like to exterminate them. So we're going to continue to move in that direction. In addition, I'm going to take a look at my Nomad capital here. I have some people I can resettle. So what I'm going to do is move them over to the Ecumenopolis, especially anybody who's a specialist like that and is unemployed. We got a couple of clerks here we can move. That'll give us some room. This planet is getting very, very close to being done, and I want to save this last building slot for something that's called the Galactic Stock Exchange, which is a tech we don't have yet. So if I wanted to raise one of these buildings up, it would cost a crystal, and unfortunately we're getting low on crystals. We're at 4, but you can see our exotic gases are at 16, and our motes are at 8, and we're using those for the Ecumenopolis, in fact. So. And this person just got moved over here and doesn't have a job. I moved them. So that means that all of these foundry archaeology jobs are taken. So we want to build one. And do that. Uthan, I think I'll resettle a couple of these people as well to the Ecumenopolis. I'm not going to move their miners. What I'm going to move is clerks. It's a low-level job. And that automatically makes the robot miners start doing mining, which is nice. Over here on this planet, there's 2 unemployed people. This is Damia 3. We have said that we're going to focus on food and research on this planet. Before we can focus on research, I'd like to get a few other buildings on here. A Tocthan Monument and Clone Vats would be great. That'll put those people to work. Over here on Trappist, we have 2 people who are unemployed. And here's the thing, we're over our naval capacity right now, and fortunately we've researched and unlocked the upgrade to the stronghold. So you can click it to upgrade it from a stronghold to a fortress. It becomes 3 soldier jobs instead of 2, and each one of those jobs provides quite a bit of this naval capacity. You can see up here what some of the numbers are from pop jobs. 60. That's our biggest single chunk, and it's just going to continue to get bigger. So if I do this, it costs a mote, so I'll spend a couple of motes on some of those. This world has 2 unemployed people and not a lot of available amenities, so giving them more cities will give them some more clerk jobs. In fact, I'm going to give them 3 more cities. It'll give them enough housing, and then that spends 3 more slots down here. That leaves us with 6, which means we can do the rest in food. And this, we're going to continue to be solid on food, which is going to be great. This planet says I also have unemployed people, and we're going to upgrade its building for motes, and then let's see. Oh, yeah. And then we need to start upgrading the research here. So we're going to spend gas because we can do that. And we're going to spend a gas to upgrade that as well. We've got plenty of gases to work with. We got 16. So we'll do some upgrades, and that'll put all of those people to work. All right. And then we can get back to focusing on the war. So this person is up here. This fleet. And I would kind of like them to repair before they move on. They'll repair right there. This fleet grabbed this area over here. They can come up here and get Vite.
Construction project concluded.
So I have a whole bunch of troops over here. I'm going to move them over to there. Enemies are moving in here. Obadan, Sancrescent.
Research concluded.
And let's see, are the only people there at war with right now are the Nomad Hedgery and the Lorango Shipping Alliance. So the Obadans they're not at war with yet, but it looks like the Obadans might be moving to begin getting to war. Our battleship hit points just came out, and now there's so many good things for us to be getting here. We can get some better armor, but we can also unlock a mega cannon. Oh, fusion missiles are propulsion, and in 4 months they'll be done. Let's take a look at building a battleship, because we haven't built one yet. Now we finally have this is the default one, and that's fine. But now we've unlocked the X slot. So this is where you start to put these gigantic weapons. This one does 600 to 1500 damage, 111 damage per day on average. It takes 8 days to cool down. It does a ton of damage to armor and hull, so it basically works like a neutron launcher. And I always like to set that up, and then just a bunch of long-range weapons. And then over here, I like to get some hull regeneration. I would use more. There's a shield capacity you can also add to this if you get to it. And this weapon launches at a range of 150, and these launch at a range of 130. We could tell it to stay at extreme long range and fire its long range weapons, and then when other craft get closer to it, they'll fire on those. They'll fire these other neutron launcher weapons. So I'm going to do that. It's got some kinetic battery. I'm gonna split this up this way, 2 and 2. This is just a standard design for me, and I'm gonna call it Battleship Armor Hull, because this thing does a ton of armor hull damage to it. Hit the auto upgrade. Get rid of the Kaga, because I won't ever use that. And we'll be able to build some of those into our fleets soon. Should be nice. I mean, we can start building them right now. Actually, it's just a matter of our naval capacity is over.
Initializing hostile engagement
Here
protocols.
we go. These guys are down here.
Striking hostile
Chewing that up. Chewing those ships up. Chewing that. Oh, they just mowed down that station. That's great. So now we'll want to take on Vite. This, let's see. They named it one of these NAF names. It has 56 as a garrison. So our guys are on their way over there. And we'll tell them, hey, land your armies right there. We have Relic Activation now available. Put these guys on one of these planets here. I'm going to stick them on Salzuno. 3 pops of a new species with random traits. So I don't know who that is. Let's see. Suzuno, when it says, hey, I've got new pops over here, and what kind of pops are they? It'd be kind of hard to tell. I don't know what they are. I don't know what these new ones are going to be. I would assume they're these, the Tumbator. So the Tumbator like Savannah preference. And this is a Savannah world. So apparently, I don't know if this is true, but it seems like if we tell our relic to put some of these random species on a planet, it will make sure that they match the habitability, which is kind of nice. So I like that. These folks have farmers and fast robots. They have no jobs available. So let's give them a job first. They can't do research. What we have here is all farmer and fast robots. None of those robots can do research. So that's part of the issue there. So we have to give them something else to do. And this is a planet that has max gas extraction wells. Ooh, very nice. You can put a gas extraction well on here. Well, in that case, I think I want to do a gas extraction well. 3 more cities. And then here's the thing. This has so many city districts and hardly any jobs districts. We can actually do a dual thing here and put food on there. So I'm going to put these agriculture districts on here. And then because Yep, if you hold shift down and hit this, it makes them go to the top. And that'll put these robots to work right away. So we'll do that on that planet. It's one of those rare occasions when it can do food, or it can do multiple districts at the same time, because there are so many city districts. All right, so let's see. Where's our science ship? It's going there, yes. And then it needs to go there and research that project, and then it needs to go over here and research this project. Okay, and then research is done on fusion missiles. We knew that wouldn't take long. So what else? Space torpedoes. I'm going to make use of this propulsion researcher here while we have him. Are you repaired? Yes, you are. Okay. Why don't you head there, and then there. I don't need you there. You might as well go. You might as well move. Let's see. There are enemies are inferior to us, and their fleet power is inferior now. So we've hammered them pretty good as far as that goes. Ministry of Production right there. That's what we have been waiting to unlock. Oh, thank you. Okay, now we can start getting that on some of our...
Hostile IFF signature.
Okay, so we have a big thing over here. This is 6,000. This is going to be a big... This is probably the last big fleet that they have. Over there and get them, boys. I don't know what you're doing. Well, that's because these dingbats are... Go get them.
Research concluded.
Okay, let's stop it. We'll do this research. Advanced Research Complex. Defense Grid Supercomputer. This is very, very awesome for your bastions that are... I'll show you what that does, but it creates... You can add a lot more defensive platforms to Starbase because of that. We could choose another thing in here in Prosperity. Building upkeep and district upkeep reduced by 10, or housing. We're not in a housing crunch yet, so I'm not worried about getting that. I'm going to grab that instead. We're over on Starbases now because we grabbed one. Oh, good job, gentlemen. Good job. Okay. We left our enemies
Construction project concluded.
crunched. These, and oh yeah, so here we go. This is Synthoid Matrix. These guys are about to land on that planet, which will be fabulous. I want to take that and downgrade it. We're over our limit of Starbases right now. So
concluded.
take that one down. At least one of our armies are involved in an invasion. Space torpedoes. Alright, what else do we have here? Nothing else. Oh, propulsion. Plasma thruster. I'm going to make use of our propulsion guy. We're going to try to continue to take these guys out. Gentlemen,
Planetary Incursion initiative successful.
I need you to do your job. Be aggressive. Planetary Incursion successful. Awesome. That's what we want to hear. Where's the nearest place where we're going to attack? There's this Kirem up here. So I think I'd like to follow these blokes and go put our troops on Kirem. Good job. Now go over here. What I'd like to do is tell this also to reinforce this fleet, 1,700 in alloys, and tell them reinforcement and the nearest shipyard to build some ships and then send them there. They used to actually travel the hyperlanes. You used to be able to watch them travel the hyperlanes, and sometimes they'd go in places that would get them killed, and so folks got mad. And so now they kind of like disappear into the ether and then appear near their ships and join them. It's a weird thing. This is going to upgrade, and then I could put clone bats on that planet, but I think at the rate things are going, I'm okay. See this? They're really inferior now as far as, yeah. We could stop at any point in time here, but I would like to have all of this and continue crush these guys. So.
Initializing hostile engagement protocols.
Over here, there's another fleet. This is a 7,000 fleet, so this is a big deal. Wow, We're running into all of their fleets over here. Fortunately, we're winning, so that's good. Because, alright. Wow. So what I want you to do is first research this, then research this. Then you can fly all the way over here and research that. And that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, gentlemen, continue to reinforce your fleet. It's kind of a big deal. Alright, create resort world. Command center, auto curating vault. Gene warrior army. It would be a very nice thing to get. Let's get that research out of there. So this ends up being kind of huge. Now what we can do here is put this on here. Ministry of Production. Metallurgist output 15% and artisan output 15%. Administrators produce unity and amenities. These are great. So anywhere that you have alloys or consumer goods, you want to put them. We have tons of alloys. We have tons of metallurgists working on this planet, so we definitely want to put one there. On our Empire capital, we've been saving it to put one there. This planet, we've been waiting to put one there. In fact, I'm going to change that and go there. So any of these planets that have consumer goods or alloys, that's what we're going to be doing. This has 4 people unemployed. I'm going to raise that up and raise one of those.
Shipwreck studied. Fascinating.
Yes, we'll extend our contract for 5,000. We have the money. It's not a problem.
Research concluded.
I am going to build a few more food for that one. Research concluded. Plasma thruster. Let's see. Oh, Batharian power plant. This, you can see it doesn't take very long to research that. Some planets will let you build a Batharian power plant on them. It's really rare, but when you get it, it's a nice little power plant to have. You guys go up here. Okay, gentlemen, are you ready? Let me go take that on first. How's this other fleet doing down here? It's here. It just doesn't have a leader, so we should recruit someone for it. Leader cost, ship rate of fire and sublight speed or sensor range. Ship hyper detection range +2 and sublight speed. I'm going to get that one, and I want him to move as quickly as possible up in this direction. And we'll start to try to take the Synthoid Matrix out over there. Trappist, another place that can build a Ministry of Production. These guys are doing their job over there.
Research concluded.
Research just keeps going. Oh, there's the Batharian power plant. Very, very nice, very easy. All done. Advanced afterburners. There's also mining output, improved strikecraft. A bunch of easy things down here. I'm going to get this crystal infused plating. This is research that allows you to increase your hull instead in place of armor or shields. There are certain enemies, especially endgame crisis, where the best thing is to give yourself crystal infused plating. There is one enemy in the endgame crisis that uses all penetration weapons, and they punch right through your shields and your armor, and so the more hull you can have, the greater your survivability. So you want to have those ready to go when you need them. This is a research world. We're just going to keep plugging research on it. This world is unlocked its last slot, so I would like to wait and put a Galactic Stock Exchange on it. You can go here and here and then there, and then we'll take over that world.
Shipwreck studied. Fascinating.
They see the ships are appearing and helping with that, helping reinforce that fleet. So I think the thing to do, that's only 2,000. So I'm going to send that right there. This other fleet is on its way up. And what I'd like it to do is go right there. And there. And there. And there. And start conquering the rest of that space. Admiral gains a trait. More of these. Track on map. Go to this. It's right there. Okay. He's about to go over there and do that. Peace Opera. This war is a drain on our resources. Yeah, decline. I'm more interested in completely exterminating you because you punks decided that you wanted to exterminate us. So, be a nice little war in here. These guys sense their end, their doom coming. And we just went way over our starbase capacity, which is why all of a sudden we took a huge hit here in funds. And you can fix that by going into these starbases that you've recently acquired and nuking them. It's like this one's on a black hole. I kind of want to keep that one. This one, though, I want to get rid of. And they haven't built anything. They've just built starbases, but they haven't actually built anything on them. So in cases like that, I like to just get rid of them. This one over here, get rid of that. Research concluded. All right, now we have. See, you can see this armored torpedoes right here. It has 3,000 out of 10,000 research points, and the reason why is because our science ship has gone and researched the debris from our enemies, and so it has progressed some of the research on this particular weapon type because our enemies were using a lot of missile weapons. So these guys are going to come down here. Oh, how many are over here now? This is 9,000. Okay, and we have 11,000. That's good. They're bringing their last big fleet over here. We can survive that. Can you get up there really quickly? How big are you? You're 15K. Yeah, hurry up. Okay, you gentlemen, come here. Take this planet. Automaton. It has 56 garrison. We're going to go back to Vite. We're going to rename this to Vite. Vite Enterprises. We take a look at this. We want to move a person to this planet. Want to take a look at what the population is. It's all synthoid and they're all being gotten rid of. So I want to make sure we move a person here. It's a tundra world. Do we have anybody in our empire who prefers tundra? Alpine preference, that would work. Yep, and that's the best we have. So we have the Lorango. We have one molluscoid Lorango and one Deathicon. Who is, where is he at? Oh man, go. Okay. Well, from the looks of that on Vite, how long for that population to grow? It's 62 of 100. It's growing 2.4 a month. And this is declining at what? Oh, 35. Base decline. 35 a month. Yeah, we need to move our one Deathicon that we have. Can we find them? Do we know where they're at? These are all continental worlds. Relic world. Tundra world. That's Vite. Desert. Do you think he'd be on the Relic world? Is there a there is. There's a Deathicon right there. I want to move him to Vite. I want to move him to Vite. Where's my Deathicon? He's a specialist enforcer. Perfect. Now he's on Vite. So that'll keep this planet from disappearing because we have actually one of our real population on it. It's got a ton of food. It also has a bunch of minerals, and considering that we're going to have a matter decompressor soon fixed up, I'd really like to focus on mining. So let's do that. We're going to focus on that. We're going to replace this with gene clinics, clone vats, I mean. This is destroyed, just demolish it. Robot assembly plant. And then we'll leave that planet alone. We'll make a decision to increase luxury goods so that more immigration happens quicker.
Research concluded.
Defense grid supercomputer. That's going to be so fantastic. Research. Planetary shield generator, which I never use. So what I'm going to do is research it to get it off of the list of potentials. These guys are sitting here, and I think what I'd like to do is move there.
Research concluded.
Gene Warrior Army, that's very nice. Food Processing Centers. This is the upgrade to the 15% bonus, goes to 25%. Ecological adaptation would be nice, and Comet Megaplexes, of course, would be very nice, but I'm going to do this just to get it out of the way. It's 8,000, so is the Commerce Megaplexes. Actually, I'll use this more, so I'll use this sooner, so let's do that first. And on the Relic world, it says, hey, I've got all these people here. What else do you want me to do? I say, well, we got gas extraction wells. You can have 2 per planet, so you want to put the next one on there. Oh, and these guys, there we go. There's going to be a fight. There's going to be a tussle. It's 8.7 to 11, and we have superior. Our ships are designed to counter theirs, so we should be able to come out of this pretty good. We're going to drop some ships, but not a lot, and we're going to end up conquering them. It's just going to be very nice. Okay, cool. So go in here and press this reinforced fleet. It's got to take more than 479. Is that because it's still building some? I would assume so. So this is the Sithonus Maelstrom.
Research concluded.
Can I build? Yes, a black hole observatory. That's what I'd rather have there. Flak cannons. So there's advanced afterburners or armored torpedoes. I'm going to grab the advanced afterburners. Keep making use of our propulsion person here. Yeah, look at this. What is this? There's a black hole here. Love it. Oh. So now they can force a war. We've reached 100%. And I'm waiting for this war to be over here. I'm waiting for this. So we're just waiting to conquer them, and then I'll be happy saying, yeah, sure, let's end it.
Planetary Incursion
Excellent.
initiative successful.
Okay. So that gets that. I'd like to have this here, but this will work as a choke point, basically. It's not as good as that one. In fact, how close are you guys to taking that? Let's get that right here, and then let's end this war. Especially because all of our edicts just came off and I don't want to turn them back on. So I'm going to go over here to this planet. Automaton. I like the name Kuram, so I'm going to change this to match because I like these to match. Kuram. And obviously population, it's all synthoid. What kind of planet is this? It's arid. So I need to find arid. A desert preference would work, or a savanna preference. The Obedins would work. So if I find it's an arid world. Savanna. I don't really want that. Let's go this one. Zimpok. Or one of our ones that has a lot of people in it. Trappist. Trappist, send people to Kuram. Alright. Who do you got? You got fast robots. We want to send actual people. So let's send clerks. So I only send the one then. I don't want to lose a building. So that sends that person over here. And we can take a look at this and see what we have. It's going to work. What job is he working here? This job. So his habitability as a fungoid on this planet is 60%. It's better than being bad. So I don't mind that. We're going to take this and replace it with clone bats. We're going to tell this to focus on mining. They have poorly focused this planet. Commercial zones. We're going to replace these with mines. And then decision to help them grow faster. And it will go about purging all of those peoples. So this is what kind of base is this? Oh, it's this. Well, that's not really what I want. They got a communications jammer on it that I don't care about. I'm going to put a deep space black site on it instead. And then what I like to do is switch this to shipyards. A lot of these. And then we'll want to set up, we'll want to get some, we don't want to, I don't want to send trade all the way down to our home system from here. We can't anyways, it's cut off. So trade at this system isn't going to matter until we can get a gateway set up. Trade in these other systems, however, let's see, on these other ones we captured, yeah. What is this? This is a bastion and there's no planet there? No. Okay, get rid of that. Downgrade. Drops us to 13. So Vite, same thing. It's cut off from our empire, so we can't get trade from it until later on when we get a gateway, or if we were to go try to crush the Obadun, but I don't really want to. They're friendly neighborhood Spider-Man right now. A resolution is passed. Minor economic sanctions has passed. So the Senate is in recess. And if we wanted to, let's see, what do we have? 5-year plans. So when we go back to resolutions and look, 5-year plans and then greater on ourselves. So 5-year plans, can we go in here and emergency measure this? Click to declare this resolution an emergency measure and move it to the Senate floor. Yes, please. Okay. So we're going to leverage our power as being one of the
Hostile IFF signatures detected.
Being one of the major groups there, we can make that happen. He's headed to there and there, and then I need him to go to here, research that project, and then here to research this project. There's all kinds of research for him to be doing. Okay, so this is just about done. And are we going to get that system in a second? They're sending more ships, and I think the smart play here is to end this war. Let's status quo it. We will accept this for now. So now we don't have to worry about them coming at us with more ships. What we can do instead is take our time and get ready to really mow them down. So we're going to make this a bastion for defense. And first thing I'll do is move crew quarters up to the top so my ships can rest there. Over here, we're putting a black hole observatory in here. And then what I'd like to do, you can see what. So unfortunately, there my mouse died. That's what we get for using battery controlled mice, right? Anyway, I wanted to show you what this does. The black hole observatory. Well, it's already being queued up, but it adds research. So that's why I like to put those on black holes when I can. But then what we can do with the rest of this is make shipyard out of it. In fact, do that. So then I'll have a shipyard close by to this bastion. That's what I always like to do when I have choke points, is build a shipyard close by that can really feed ships to it. So commerce megapixels are done. What else is on here? Paradise Dome, Clone Army. Clone Army is kind of nice to have. You can see Guardian Angels Act makes it a little more expensive, but it's having all these army choices is always good in my opinion. So these guys, we can go down here and we can say, land your armies there. And then I don't think this fleet needs to be up here because there's no way for it to get over here, and we don't have jump drives yet. So I'm going to send it here. Research concluded. Planetary shield generator. Here's the shield capacitor that you can put on ships that gives you a little bit of bonus. This is the first repeatable technology that you get to. You just keep, you could see it's 55,000 to research it, and it's going to go up 5,000 each time. So the next version of this will cost 60,000. And each time it adds 5% to your energy weapon attack speed. There's another one that adds to your energy weapon damage. There's ones for kinetic weapon damage and missile damage and all kinds of things. Once you've researched all of the singular research tech that you can grab. Then the game becomes about repeatables. That's how you'll see people with these really massively powerful fleets that are like just huge, thousands and thousands and thousands of numbers. And they're doing that through repeatable tech. So that's again why research is so important. Also, we're going to research the rest of this other stuff first. So for physics, advanced research booster, or the shield capacitor. Shield capacitor is only going to take 8 months. Let's get that out of there. We're out of our alloys. So I want to go down here. We still don't have we still don't have that technology to start the mega structure yet. So and our ships, I need to find I need to spend these alloys. I hate having them sitting there. So what can we do? Well, one of the first things we can do, the way our empire is working, our sprawl is still really good. So we can go over to this continental world and we can colonize this with our people. And so here is, we finally got our people genetically engineered. In fact, you can go over here and see the genetic engineering happened for our group of people, the nomads. So now there are no more of the old nomads in our empire. There are only the good ones that we genetically engineered. And that means when we go to colonize this planet, we can choose our new genetically engineered nomads. We can say, yes, do that. And we want you to go to Protus. Okay. So Protus is going to get, and then what you can do, you can continue doing it. Remember, we created all these other groups of people. We engineered all these other species. We just haven't applied them yet. So what I like to do is kind of do it mathematically. Who's got the biggest chunk of people? There's 48 of these people. That's probably our greatest chunk of folks right now. So we can take this and we can say apply template to all of those people. And it's going to take 8 months to research that. Now that takes our society research that we're doing for Clone Army and puts it on pause. But I'm okay with that. This noise comes up and it says research storage full because of our alloys. So we need to build some things. And one of the quickest ways to do that is to come in here to our ships and the ones that need it, upgrade fleet. Where would you guys have to go to upgrade? Quite a ways away. Okay. Well, do that. And then reinforce that fleet. And we'll go in here and get some of this done. Move some people around. What is this? The Synthoid Matrix. Oh, I can't wait. Translation software malfunction. We know about that. So not a big deal. That's happened a bunch of times in the game. Let's go through here and look at our empire. These guys don't have a lot of amenities because they don't have a commercial zone yet. These guys have unemployment and they just basically need, let's worry about food for right now. Let's build a bunch to take care. 2 of these will take care of these 3 guys with jobs, and then the other one, basically 1.5 of these takes care of these 3 guys' jobs. And then the other 1.5 provides jobs for the next populations that are going to grow out there. I like to plan ahead when I can afford it, which we clearly can. In fact, let's go up here and take a look at this. We're still cranking out lots of food, which gives us an opportunity here to colonize, because now we're ahead of the game on a lot of stuff, which is great. So the EQ Monopolist is saying, hey, I've got this last slot and I know I'm saving it for that Galactic Stock Exchange, but we can upgrade that. Oh, we're down on volatile motes now. So in other places we need to be building motes, and that's what I'm reminded of now. Okay, now I know how to spend my alloys. Down here in Nomad, he's building a habitat. Okay, I want to crank out another construction ship. We want to get habitats being built as fast as possible, really. I'm going to put Deep Space Black Site there. Yeah, he's building a habitat. So when that habitat pops up, we'll start using those. And I'll show you what I put on my habitats, the way I set them up. Our admiral has died for our troops, but he served himself well, and he helped us sprawl our empire out. We're doing really good with that. Uthan over here doing the same thing. It's saving space. This place says, hey, I need I need more jobs. All right, what do we have? We have 5 rare crystals, so we can afford to raise one of you up and provide 3 more jobs. On Trappist, we're waiting. On this Trappist, they need more jobs, and I think the safe thing to do here is just city district. We can raise that up for a gas. How many gases do we have? We have 19, so we're safe raising gases anytime, using gases. This needs a commercial zone. It'll help provide amenities and trade. And then frontier sectors. So these new planets that we've got, and you can go in here and you can say just demolish some of these clone vats. Okay, and the reason these are getting demolished is because they're purging the population. They're purging all of the robots. The robots have been purged, so now we have to wait for the population to grow. But here, Vite over here, same thing, clone vats, demolish them because even though we built them, it doesn't really matter. Because they purged those species, so you lose... Once you... On a planet like this, let me explain this, I guess, for you new players. As your population grows, you can see at 5 population, you unlock this slot, and at 10 population, you unlock this one, and at 15, you unlock this one. Well, they had like 15 or 17 population on their planet that were all robots. They're our enemies, and we're purging them. And as the population goes down, you lose those slots, and those buildings become essentially demolished, and you just have to finish them off. Now, if you don't demolish them like I just did, you can leave them there, and as your population grows, they become available for you to repair. But I'd rather just nuke them. There's no sector over here, and there's nothing nearby. So for Vite, we're going to create its own sector, and food and mining will be the focus here, particularly mining. So let's find a person. Now, crime is good. A person low on crime, but leader upkeep cost, I don't care about that either. Let's grab the crime person and put them on there. So that leaves us with these
Research
2
concluded.
planets. Tersonia doesn't have a sector, and it can't belong to any of other sectors because this space here cuts it off. So Tersonia will also get its own sector, and we'll give it its own leader, and we'll take a look at Tersonia. It's what do we want to do with this planet? It's got a lot of city districts. I like the idea of taking this and making it research as well. So let's go energy research, because there was a research governor here. And I want to grab that person, and I want to put it down on there. So Tersonia, grow people there as fast as we can. And then the other frontier sector, Karam, way up here, which is purging its people. It also doesn't have a sector, and it's locked in here, so it's not going to be a part of anybody else's sector, and it's far away from everything. So we'll assign it a leader, hopefully someone who can help something. Slave, pot resource output. We don't have slaves. Leader lifespan. So when you can't get anything else, leader lifespan is good. That means they'll raise their level up. So now Kiram is part of this. So you can see the sectors when you click on it. See how they're set up. So we've done a good job coming over here and trashing the silicon matrix. What else do I want to do here? Oh, planetary build speed. Let's get it out of the way just because it's so short. It's 3 months of research. You'd be over in the blink of an eye. So one of the things you can do now with these newer worlds is, if you want them to grow faster, is if you end up with unemployment on some of these other planets and you don't want to raise these buildings up because maybe your secondary resources, your refinery resources are low, you could just take these pops and move them, as long as, of course, they match the habitability. You can move them over there, and it helps grow your other planets faster. Barrier, point defense. Do we have anything for physics here? Phase disruptor, that's it. Let's make use of you, Mr. Physics Man, and get those. Alright, so what do I have down here? I have a second ship. Yes, okay. No orders for this guy. So what I want him to do is come build... oh, I think I want him up here in this direction somewhere. Where do we want to build habitats? Which system has the potential to build a lot of habitats? One of these will. Ethior. Ethior looks like it has a lot of planets. We'll watch.
Research concluded.
One of the things is we can go, or this, you can go in here and you can say, hey, what, lots of habitat options here. So, do anything in here? There's mining here. So if you tell it to do this, I think, oh no, it'd have to be on that one. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is tell it to build a habitat there. I'm also going to tell us now to finally colonize this desert world. The Gulthana herd is secured. So this is part of a running thing up here on situation log. I want to get this planet colonized though as well. So this is a desert world. So we will pick the best desert people that we can send. Now here's what I'd like to do. Before I colonize this world, I want to colonize it with the best group of these. So the Jagualas, or I'm pronouncing that wrong, but you get the point. How's our research going? Did we convert all of those people we might have? Planetary build speed and empire sprawl from districts. This is a really nice thing. Let's go back to species then. Can we do the Jagualans? Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to apply that template to all these people. It's going to be over in a few months, 8 months. Once we have the Jagualans, or whatever their names are, we're going to go colonize that planet there. Birth of space piracy. All right. Where are these folks at? Where are they at?
Station sustaining damage.
Oh, up here. Okay. And so the reason that it's saying, well, I'm not exactly sure the reason it's saying damage. There's space pirates, though. I wonder if somebody else will take care of this, because we don't have any trade going from there to over here, so I'm not worried about there being pirates over there. Really don't care about that. Really don't care. So this, okay, shipyard. Can you guys upgrade your fleet? Is there a shipyard? There is. So you guys should just upgrade right there. Yep. And it'll take a while because there's only the one shipyard, but that's all right.
A declaration of war has been announced.
Oh, so there's a Gaia world over here. Okay, this is concerning. Look what's here. Nothing. There's nothing here, which makes me think it's a fallen empire because there's a Gaia world right here. Emerald Mausoleum. That's the name. So typically that means it's a fallen empire. This is probably a fallen empire right here, especially because you can see this thing here. There's a bastion here and there's a question mark. I'm betting there's a fallen empire here, and if we colonize this, they're going to get PO'd. So I think the thing to do is to first make sure of that. To first ensure that. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to build a science ship. And I'm going to scroll way down here and I'm going to say science ship first. You go down here and you hit shift that arrow and it'll build it all the way up the top. I want to take a science ship into this area and look, because if there is no fallen empire here, then it'll be safe to colonize this Gaia world. Gaia world being, it's 100% habitability for everybody. Oh, and look at this world. What's it got? Holy, it's a holy world. Oh, we especially probably don't want it.
Mining station offline.
We don't want. Oh, and so this is because these guys over here. We'll take care of them. All right. We get a pick here. Specialist pop resource output plus 5%, which is nice. City districts provide an additional clerk job. That's going to make a whole bunch of people all of a sudden have work, because we have a bunch of city districts by now. So
Special project concluded.
that's, yep, the research happening there. So
Genetic
here,
improvement project
okay,
concluded.
so the genetic improvement project is concluded. So now, back here on this desert world, we should be able to colonize, and we can see we got the Jogalawa, and we now have the good version of them. The bad version is all gone. So we can do this and say it's 4. That's its proper name. We can do that, and we can go over to our species and say, okay, who wants to be next? Who do we have a lot of that needs to be fixed? We have 49 of those guys. it's anybody's game now. So there's not a lot of people here. We can go in here and say that these people apply that template. And we can make all these people in our empire just very awesome, which is always really nice. This, what's it take to raise this a moat? Yeah, and we're getting low on moats. Okay. Or we can raise the research up, which costs gases. So we're going to do that and employ that person. The Akatsuki habitat is complete. All right. So down here at this habitat, this is what this world shows up as. It's an orbital habitat. And we can go down here, and once you create the habitat, you actually have to colonize it. So at that point in time, I like to find my own species, the nomads, tell them to colonize it, and I go in here, and this is my naming scheme, Hab A, and I just start naming them according to the alphabet. So he's down here, and we say, hey, create another habitat. And there's a bunch of choices here. So why don't you just create it on that one. Ecumenopolis, trucking along. Oh my goodness, lots of jobs there, so we can get people going there. And how is this doing? There are opponents to this thing, and there's 600 days. So I'm going to call in some favors. Oh, there's big favors here. Those are huge. I'm going to call in some of those favors. That's going to help start to push it over. And overseer. So we have negotiations for a new leader. Xenophobe ethics attraction. I don't want this person. Expansionist overtures. Claim influence class minus 10%. Outpost build costs. Starbase. Science ship build costs and anomaly research speed. I don't really care about the person, but he is the youngest one we have. He's 76. Scientific leap at age 94. Monthly influence +1 and Corvette. Oh, I want this person. I want it because of the influence. Corvette build cost. Yes, we're gonna elect you, and that gets rid of that person in technology. So now we have to go say, who can we find? And we're gonna grab. This is survey speed, anomaly research speed, or research speed statecraft. So statecraft will fit this group here, society research, and we'll do that.
Research concluded.
So where's this science ship? This science ship over here. We're going to recruit anomaly research speed. Yes, we're going to pick you. We're going to say research the project in that system, then research the project in that system, and then survey that system. And we'll find out what's going on over there. Planetary build speed, yay. Cruiser, hull, hit points, rare technology, 500. I like to have that. Some people don't care because they don't use cruisers at all. Look, our unemployment is so good. Oh my goodness. Alright, where is this starbase? Oh, this one down here on Protus. Okay, what do we want to do? We want to do anything with that? Probably, because I think what I was going to do is have it send trade.
Improvement project concluded.
So we can have it do trade. So this one, and this should go to there, and this should go to there, and this goes to the homeworld. Okay. So, and this should go to there. So what I need to do is have this collect from basically 2 routes away. So if I do this and do, let's do hangar base first and then upgrade. And where is that one? That one's right there, and that's because there's the mega structure there.
Initial colonization phase commencing.
Okay. And I can't really do anything with trade because these guys are locked in. So when I can't really do anything with the starbase, it's either make it a bastion or make it a shipyard to help feed. I'm going to have a shipyard up here to help feed this up here. So I think what I'd rather do is Anchorage. Anchorage helps you with your naval capacity. Phase disruptor. Ooh, and now we get the arc emitter and experimental subspace navigation for our science ships. Let's grab that. It's a rare tech. And our ships here are down here and they're upgrading. How is this? This is Naval Logistics Office. So let's put that down. More research is concluded. And ecological adaptation, auto-curating vault, food processing centers. Create the resort world. We'll just get that out of the way. It's also statecraft. It matches him. So 10 months it's done. Food is maxed out now. So what we can do is sell some of it. And we can also go in here and say sell more of it every month. And because of how much we're selling, we're doing really good on resources, basically. This world. Give it some robots.
Shipwreck studied. Fascinating.
Fascinating. It gets us some more research. So over here on this world, on this starbase, it's building, it's upgrading. We're going to make it a bastion, and you'll get to see the defense grid supercomputer probably next episode on that thing, which will be great. And a couple of our edicts, the dollar ones went off.
Colonization phase commencing.
Turn them back on. Synthoid Matrix made peace with the Lorango Shipping Alliance. The first contact with the Rixie Guardians, their holy guardians. It's a fallen empire. Yep, so we're going to say, oh, great, thanks. And so here they are. Fallen empire, really strong. The Rixie Guardians, you can come down here and see right there. They're overwhelming. They're absolutely... And so we don't want to colonize that Gaia world because they'll eat us for lunch. So I think the safe thing to do is go research that project and leave them alone. I was wondering, usually I see a Fallen Empire much sooner than that, but... So we still have a physics person in charge over here, and I'm going to give them advanced reactor boosters to get that out of the way. The Lorango Shipping Alliance entered into a defensive pact with the Ghost Warhini. Down here, we have these planets that we can colonize. There's a continental world down here, and there's an alpine world here. So we'll colonize this. And this is Akinth 1, 2, 3. And this world down here is, oh, very nice alpine world. Wow. So if we colonize it, who can we colonize it with? Oh, a bunch of different people. Who do we want? The Dethakan. This is army damage, unity from jobs. And this is leader level cap or society research from jobs. We'll just do that. So it's nice when you can click those species and they don't have any negatives. What do we have here? Let's do that. Apply template.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
6 months for that to research. Oh, and I very much want to go get this alien vessels out of the way. So show me which one of these is done. Aggressive stance and aggressive stance. Okay. Why don't you come down this way and oh, go here. And then this system was restricted. We kept our people out of it. Now we turn this off, system restriction off, and then we'll be able to have them go do that. Tell them go over there, kill that, research, advanced combat roles, advanced shields, physics researchers from research, we'll do that. Oh, never mind. It says that there's a research that was done, even though he's still researching this, and that's because our science ship that's out there researching debris finished something. So that's really cool. All right. Let's do crew quarters first. Upgrade. The Synthoid Matrix. Can we kick these guys out now? The Synthoid Matrix. Oh, I can. If I declare them as a rival, it grants me an animosity casus belli on them, but it also allows me to earn more influence every month. So I'll do that because we earn 0.5 each month. I'm waiting until we can close borders, and it says we has forced to open borders toward the Synthoid Matrix until 2339, so we have another year, and then we can do it. What is this? Non-aggression pact invitation with the Mirren Alliance of Colonies? Sure. That's fine. We'll do that. I don't have a problem with that. The Synthoid Matrix is who I'm concerned with right now. Impulse Thruster and Swarmer Missiles. Let's get the Swarmer Missiles off of there. Oh, and we're at an hour. So here's what I'm going to do, folks. I'm going to stop it here. The end of episode 12. A lot has happened. And a lot is going on in our empire. You can see now, hey, now we're starting to grow. This is pretty cool. No mod hegemony, so we're doing all right. And things are going to go our way here. I'd like to come up here and finish off the Synthoid Matrix. That would be fantastic. And then we can look at who else we want to target. And right now, everybody kind of likes us except for the Thek-Clack and the Rixie. The Holy Guardians don't like us. That's the thing we kind of have to prepare for next. And over here, what is this? Supporters. The Senate is in session at 6 days. I'm going to call in one more favor to make sure that this passes. And so it passes. And the Senate has voted and passed the resolution 5-year plan. So now the next resolution that we want to go after is this one. Greater than ourselves. Empire is likely to support this. So that's fantastic.
Research concluded.
Lacking influence to submit that, but that's the thing. That's what we want to do. So I'm going to get this last research set up here. This is an arc emitter. This is basically a penetration weapon. It's for the battleship. It goes on that on that X slot. And then chemical bliss I don't really need, but I'm going to get it off of there. So there we go. That's a heck of an episode. Lots of stuff going on. And in next episode, you guys will get to see the habitats. We'll build those. We'll put the defensive grid supercomputer in up here, and you'll get to see this. Well, hopefully, it's going to take a while to build that up. It has to be a citadel. It has to be completely, fully upgraded. So before that can happen. Oh no, it doesn't actually. It says it goes right in there right now. So this is it. And you can see it says defense platforms +8. So right now, defensive platforms are 9. Each subsequent upgrade from Star Fortress to the next thing gives it a few more. But then you add 8 onto it. And I think it maxes out at 25. It's pretty awesome. So I'm going to add that right there. All right, folks. I'll see you all next time. As always, if you like the episode, give it a thumbs up. If you have a question or comment, drop it down below. Feel free to use a timestamp. That always helps me if I have to answer something. If you dig the channel, subscribe. And if you want to support my channel even further beyond that, my Patreon is listed in the description below. And remember, all my tutorials, my standalone tutorial episodes are listed in the description below with the links. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.